Whoa, oh, lane confusion. Oh, why did it do that?
This is a little more awkward than 10.69 was, so.
It definitely jumped out in front of a couple cars today that it did not do on my .0 test.
That was super jerky and ugly. I probably looked like a cray-cray person.
Okay, so it's only a 0.1 update, but we should see some minor improvements and would not expect to get anything worse, right? Well, unfortunately, so far, I've only seen more worse than better than 10.69. The improvements I've heard so far are forced autopilot, beta suspensions are reset back to 0, which is fantastic. Okay, that's huge. And then the commit accel and acceleration after stopping felt smoother. Okay, these are two good things, okay? However, unexpected lane changes, more shaky, jerky movements, and phantom braking is back? Ugh. All right, check it out.
Way too far back here. Yeah, that's improper. That was like a, almost a car length from the actual stop line.
Whoa, oh, lane confusion. Darn it. Where is it going? Wow, holy smokes. I let it do that just because there was nobody behind me and I wanted to understand what it was doing. But after that unprotected left, we did a weird set of snake wakes. You can look back on every Memorial Park drive, I do that turn, and it's never done that before. It should pre-roll that and just go for it. Oh, why did it do that? I don't know why it did that. It changed its trajectory. It was fine because there was a big enough gap, but oh boy, that was interesting. It's almost like it needed to go wide for this turn, and it needed to go wide in front of that car, and because of that it kind of acted like it was going to run into that car. It didn't, but it was being very, very jerky, whereas I would have just been straight and moving in.
All right, one more turn. And okay, that was really odd. It tried to just get in the right lane. Okay, it needs to wait here.
And we can move up here waiting for our turn while you're not at the stop line. Oh, this is a little more awkward than 10.69 was. So it seems it stopped a little far back and then kind of went through. And I will say I have experienced, unfortunately, a couple of slight phantom brakes. When I say that, I mean usually it's on these rural back roads. I'm going 50 or 60 miles an hour. The car will slow. It'll drop, anywhere from 2 to 5 miles an hour, something like that, pretty gently. And I usually just keep my foot on the accelerator and push through it. But that can be annoying, and I wasn't getting that at all. I mean, I cannot overstate how little it was happening on 10.69. Well, now on 69.1, it seems like that's back. So I don't know if the car's just being a little more careful, which leads to more braking. So unfortunate to see that. Not a showstopper or anything, but just thought I'd mention it because I was so excited about not experiencing it in the last version.
I got a tiny little gap here from the left. It could go. Okay, I intervened there. That car definitely was coming fast, and it started to proceed. If I'd have felt a stronger commit, I might have let it go, but it did not commit, so I stopped it. Where's it gonna stop? Okay, now the left lane is open. I do feel like my rear is sticking out, but I have no cars opposing me here, and it stayed there rather than getting all the way in the median that time. So, okay, perfect. Now there's the creep network, and it needs to stop. Okay, okay, I had to take over there. It poked its nose out without a good solution to commit. It stuck its nose out and waited, and that was not good. Now there's a small gap here. It needs to wait. Okay, wait, okay. Yeah, it needed to wait on that guy. And I disengaged just a little bit there, I guess, with the nudge. So if it had used an aggressive commit, it could have fit in front of that guy, but it didn't. It definitely jumped out in front of a couple cars today that it did not do on my .0 test. And granted, that .0 test was an N of 1, a day, so those results can't be taken in isolation.
All right, we're going into this curve. It should stay to the right. And that's exactly why it needs to stay to the right.
So we have an unprotected left here. It is clear both directions. And, oh, we're turning right. I don't want to turn right. Don't do that. darn it, now I gotta turn this around. So that's pretty funny. It ignored the nav and turned right. I'm not sure why.
Let's see if it gets up Pope. It hasn't really done a very good job turning up this street. Yeah, I'm pushing it here because there are cars behind me. That was super jerky and ugly. I probably looked like a cray-cray person. Not what it should have been. It's really struggled finding that street. Kind of regressed to, you know, like I'm wondering if it's because there's a car parked adjacent like that. You used to really have a trouble with that, and it's really having trouble going past these cars on this narrow street where it used to be a little better. Okay, got squirrely there for some reason. Stopped.
All right, as we approach this green light, I don't know if you noticed there, it decelerated pretty significantly all the way down into the 30-mile-an-hour range. Okay, I've talked about this on the last video, and it actually made the highlight reel. Pedestrian jumped into the crosswalk there, and it completely stopped after we crossed. So that was not appropriate.
And obviously it shouldn't do that. I'm pushing it because it's going too slow. Okay, whoa. What in the world? That was ridiculous.
I'm gonna enter these U-turns here. Okay, it was not gonna yield there. Okay, here we have another unmapped traffic circle, single lane. It's gonna go all the way around. It should be yielding to that car. Oh, it's thinking about this a lot more than it did last week.
Okay, so my car scooted up to do right on red, and I'm kind of in the crosswalk, which I'm not really happy about. Okay, but that was a pretty, nope, going the wrong way. Didn't know where to go.
Gonna roll out. Okay, we just got a phantom brake there. I don't know what happened, but it happened just as that little blue car went by us.